Welcome to the gunchannels.com early lobby. I'm Night Strike, and thanks for listening.
How's it going, man?
It's going all right. You?
I'm doing pretty good.
You still at work, or did you run away?
Nope, I ran away. Only 10-hour day today. Nice and early.
Well, that's good-ish, I think.
It feels weird thinking that you're leaving early after 10 hours, but that's just how this job's going. Although I can't complain. The last 2 weeks I've been out about the same time every night. It'll get hectic coming up here to Christmas, though. Be
Oh
back.
yeah, you'll either have to work longer hours or work shorter hours because of Christmas.
No, longer hours for sure. We're working on Christmas.
Oh, you guys got to work on Christmas? That sucks. All right. Well, I got this up. Do me a favor, keep spamming the link so more people come in here. I'm gonna be in and out. Or
No,
or
I don't
just
think so.
just ask one
I,
of the
I
guys in there to do it.
No, I don't. I don't. I'll just be in here by myself when you're away.
Oh,
I
awesome.
prefer it that way.
You prefer it that way. Well, I guess you got nothing better to do on your way home.
I'm just kidding. Of course, I'll spread the link. If anyone's out there, guys, come on and jump in.
Yeah, we don't have any viewers yet or anything, so I guess we're waiting for someone to load it up.
Oh, actually, is it? Did you even go live yet?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Oh, I don't see it on my screen. That's all.
Yeah, it says live, Live. It's yellow.
Okay. Well, it doesn't on my screen, so I didn't know.
What?
I was
Well,
just
your
asking.
screen sucks.
Well, maybe it does. It's been doing that lately. It's been weird. Like especially when it does say it's live, then people go away, it goes offline, and mine will still stay live for a long time. So I don't know, whatever. Hopefully someone will join me. You take it easy though.
All right. I'm just gonna go check and see what we're having for dinner, and if I have to make it or someone else is gonna make it. That's all I'm doing. Because I mentioned this before, I do live with my family, and I have a wonderful family. So, props for them. So, doing what I can.
Mom, make me a sandwich. I'm hungry.
No, it's more like, what are we going to have for dinner? Am I going to have to make it, or is somebody else going to have to make it?
What's that movie with Will Ferrell? Mama, get me some meatloaf.
Everyone in the family makes dinner at least once a week. So, it's not just one person, right? Because my younger brother's still in college, so he's going to school online to get his IT degree. Yeah. Al needs to jump in here because he's been in here before. He needs to jump in and say hi. Yeah. All right. I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back.
Hey, G-Webs, how's it going?
Hey. Did you watch that Miklik video? Or did you post that?
I do what now?
Who posted that Miklik video? I'm looking for it.
Oh, yeah, that was me, the Darth Vader one.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's just funny as hell, man. I thought that was pretty good.
I guess I didn't get it. You know anything about iBooks?
No, I don't.
I'm wondering if there are a lot of different attachments for the power plugs or if it's been consistent, like one power plug. Kind of like regular computers have pretty much the same thing going to the wall all the time.
If I had to guess with iProducts, I'd say it's different because they seem to like to always come up with new ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
But I think the more recent ones have kind of standardized between the different types of things, so...
This thing was only $150.
That's pretty cool.
I'm about to turn it on.
Yeah, I think I might get a laptop when I get back in town.
You don't even have one at all?
No, I do not have a laptop.
Huh.
I have a PC, but it died.
Oh.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
I guess
like-
that's a computer.
I think something's messed up with the motherboard because like the power button in the front doesn't work. So I have to like shut it off by shutting off the power supply. And then now when I turn on the power supply, all the fans spin up. You hear the hard drive start spinning, but nothing starts up, nothing boots up.
Well, the power supply is not the thing. The power supply is just the power supply, if I remember correctly, right? So if it's not booting up from the button on the front, it could just be the button. Yeah, that happens. Or, yeah, it could be the motherboard, I guess. Is it an expensive computer or a cheap one?
No, it was pretty expensive. It's old though, so it's out of date. It needed to be upgraded anyways. I was gonna, gut it and put new stuff in it. I built it originally the first time.
Oh, okay, so you know how the insides work.
Yeah, I know what the pieces are. My buddy kind of helped me.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the concept. That's all that matters. This shit changes all the time anyway. I mean, unless you're doing it all the time for a living, you'd have to go look online and see what's current or whatever anyway. But as long as you know the concept of what's in there, you got to put it all together.
Right. Yeah, motherboard, processor, hard drive, RAM, video card.
I used to like all that because it was interesting to be able to put it all together and try to come up with the combo that you wanted or whatever. But man, I'm digging these laptops. They're like no brainers. You just turn them on and they're done. You don't have to think about them anymore. I guess I don't do anything very excessive, so I don't know if they're wimpy or not.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When I built it, I was playing computer games all the time. Like, I was actually, well, it was mostly Counter-Strike, but I was on, like, an official team. We had matches every week, we were in a league. We had a tournament type of thing, and so I needed to have all, like, the top-of-the-line stuff. Well, I guess I didn't need it, but I wanted it. And so I went with, like, whatever the absolute best video card was, I got the second best. Because, like, the best one that, like, just came out was, like, $800. The one I got was, like, $120. It's like, it's a crazy jump between the very cutting edge and the stuff that it's replacing. But, I mean, shit, mine's still it's a single core. It was, like, right before fucking dual cores came out. Nah, I had a whole gig of RAM in it. That was pretty badass.
So, did anybody see Obama's executive orders that he hasn't signed yet?
No. Do you have a link or something? I heard something about it, I think.
Yeah, let me find one. Supposedly it's to stop or to end the gun show loophole, but I don't understand how. It doesn't explain how he will do it.
It's
how exactly it'll work.
It's basically what Bloomberg spoon-fed him. The whole, if you sell multiple guns as a private seller, you are now going to be classified as a dealer. Therefore, you have to get an FFL. Therefore, you have to perform background checks when you sell a gun. It was that whole thing we had a chat about like a month ago.
Yeah, but back then it was a certain number of guns. Now it's just one.
Really? They're turning every single private seller into a dealer that has to get an FFL?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
One is a dealer in my mind. Dealer in death. Death merchandise.
Merchant of Death.
I would think, because the thing I saw, it used the same language that the Bloomberg thing used a while back, but it didn't have exactly any of the wording of what they were actually going to be, but it said, Obama's getting ready to sign a thing that will stop, high volume sellers, and that was the key word that the Bloomberg used, of if you sell 20 guns in a year, you're a high volume seller, or whatever that number was. I know we kept saying the wrong number. I always forget now what it is. Maybe it was 12. I don't know.
50 a year, 50 in 12 months.
Okay.
Which is a jackass number. 60 in 12 months at least works out.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it was, even if they said 1,000 in a year, I still wouldn't like it. It's an arbitrary number. So, because as soon as you accept that there is some number that transitions you from a regular person to like a merchant or a dealer, or like that's your business, then all they have to do is start lowering that number slowly until it is every time you sell one gun, it's you become a dealer.
I think my computer just read the article to me while I was reading it. That was pretty cool. But yeah, there's no actual details. It just says would consider or would classify more sellers as high volume dealers.
Yeah, that's poorly written, or else they are just making stuff up out of like low information or something, but it's hard to follow.
Yeah, and it's not exactly closing the gun show loophole, because you can still perform, you'd still be able to perform private sales at a gun show or not at a gun show. And they keep saying online sales, which I assume they're referring to like Facebook groups or forums or places where individuals can meet up and discuss transactions between two private individuals.
Are you talking about unregulated firearms bazaars? Excuse me, unregulated weapons bazaars? They use the bitcoins. And then they don't even have to go through the banks. That
Yeah.
means no taxes, and they're probably using.
Wasn't that what they tried to do with Operation Choke Point or something? Where they were stopping gun stores were refusing to work with, or banks were refusing to work with certain gun manufacturers and stores and stuff.
I thought it was something like undue tax scrutiny.
Yeah, it could have been. I'm not up on that. All the specifics of that. But it sounds like even with these executive orders that he's planning on doing, that's going to have, he's still going to have to fight for that because of his lack of authority.
Well, here's how I could see it going down. Dipshit goes around trying to be a tough guy, and he does some shit like this, and then it completely backfires, and gets everybody up off their lazy asses, and then Hitlery has no chance, and then she loses, and then instead of having to deal with Hitlery, we have to deal with one of their whoever wins on the Republican side. Maybe then Trump gets all mad, shows that he's really a Democrat, and then we get Rubio or Cruz. Who we get for vice president with Rubio or Cruz? The other one or somebody else?
I don't know. They haven't picked running mates yet, have they?
I doubt it. And first, I got to figure out who it is, I think, and then they do. I think that I wouldn't want two young ones. I'd want somebody super old with them. So like Carson or Huckabee or another old one. I kind of want Sanders to be with them. So he'd be over there being the crazy socialist. But then he'd be killed by a communist because the socialists could take over.
I noticed Trump's polling went up since he said that, what he said. And Rand Paul's backing him, I think, on his comment about the Muslims. So every time he makes some controversial statement, Hawaii volcano's right, his polling goes up. Oh, where'd Schmeggy go? Schmegma.
I'm about to go live with an exciting turning on a Mash laptop for the first time video.
What?
I just got this laptop from Macintosh. I haven't had one in years. It's the first time turning it on and record it so that helps anybody make a decision or whatever. These are only $150. So I figure if they're worth anything, I'll let people know what it's like turning them on. I'll do that on the other machine so I can, I'll just so that this exciting room.
Oh, it looks like Night Strike has Instagram now.
We have Crash and Burn tonight, and maybe Stogga will be back. You think Stogga will be back?
I don't know. I've only seen him comment on Instagram lately.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe he's dead or something. I haven't talked to him in a long time. He might be off the guns. A lot of people are getting off the guns now because of, hatred of guns.
Because some of them are metal and it's wintertime and they're cold, so they don't want cold hands.
Dude, seriously, it's not like there's ever crime in the winter. Criminals are more worried about feeding their kids and making sure the soup is hot, important things like that.
I don't know what happened with that picture I posted yesterday, but that's the most likes I've ever gotten on Instagram.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. Which one is this? The one, like the one outside?
The one with the grenade.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
This is a pretty good one.
It's all the way up to 758 likes.
Sweet. Did somebody tag it or some shit?
Yeah, I got reposted by hashtag Tickle, Conceal Carry Nation, and the Proper Grip 2.0. There was a few people reposted it. But Conceal Carry Nation has almost 100,000 people, but I never even getting reposted by like the big, really big, super big Instagrammers. I've never gotten that many likes. That's crazy.
You see this crash and burn picture?
No.
You got a
Crash
tag
and-
on it.
Oh shit.
Guy thinks he has all kinds of guns or something.
Looks like an Arsenal owner to me.
Oh, he's an Arsenal owner, it looks like. Didn't count him. There we go.
What is he holding?
Looks like a Yugo, or maybe an SVD. Probably an SVD. You would think he'd hold like a cool one. And he's already got a other one over there, probably PSL. Or maybe that NDM or whatever, NHM.
He does got a little Scorpion pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Tech 9. A lower with no upper. Guess that
I don't
counts.
count lowers. I don't count those.
A half a gun.
It's not even the good part of the gun. But that's not even, I mean, that's not uncommon, I wouldn't say, for somebody that's a builder and then also has a couple of bucks to throw at gun shows. You can get a lot of those over the years, you know, a couple $100 each.
Oh yeah.
Not that like HK and that 1,000, 2,000, those are expensive. The SVDs are expensive. Oh, there's a PSL. So he's got a bunch of 308 AKs. Those are expensive. He's got expensive ones, but he's also got stuff that, you know, those aren't all of them. You could take like half of those out of there, and that's, I mean, I know a lot of dudes that end up with that after just, if you just buy one at every gun show, shit, that's 12 a year right there, and all the ones you buy at your shops. It's
Yeah.
about normal. He's got a little bit light on the ARs, I guess. But he's got some like HKs. He doesn't have almost anything like hunting or sport shooting. It's all just sort of World War II and newer. Oh, he's got a bunch of another SVD. So that's probably a Chinese SVD he's holding. All the other ones have darker wood.
Yeah.
But he's got one over there that's a Romanian. Then he's got one over there on the left that looks like it could be Russian or Chinese. And then that one on the right is probably Russian. It's probably Tiger.
The all black one.
The one on the right, yeah, it's not really black. I think it's just because the picture is so big. It just looks dark or whatever. But it's pretty much like that one on the left. It's just the shadow, I think. It might be a little darker, but it's just washed out. You would think with all that he'd have a pair of techs, though. It's kind of weak. I'm gonna call this guy weak to his face because he doesn't have a pair of techs with all that shit.
I just see one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should be two. Fuck. And that's light as shit on his pistols. I mean, what the fuck? Maybe he just didn't put them all out. Because they're not as cool looking for his picture like this. Kind of neat. Somebody was calling for that on the Instagram, I think. Like, everybody should take a picture of all their guns. I'm like, well, I'm all about encouraging people to do shit, but not fucking crazy ass shit. Unless you got like a dozen or something, then sure. Show.
That's a lot.
Why are we taking pictures of guns? What's going on?
He should have done like a Where's Waldo.
There you go. That'd be kind of neat. I'm just talking about how we're going to try to discourage people to take pictures of guns from now on. Let's just keep them quiet, keep them to ourselves. They're violent. What I'm really afraid of is making someone retreat to their safe space. I would really feel bad if that happened.
It's like threatening.
It is. It's like such a phallic symbol, and it's right out there that it's like sexual abuse, really.
It's
It's
I
like
don't know where I.
It's an eyeball raping. That's what it is.
Seriously, it's like visual rape. They can't stop. They're like, what are they supposed to do? Verbally or like visually wet themselves?
Pee on your phone. Hope it goes away.
What's that? I
Like
don't know where I saw this. I think I was.
Tinkle on your phone. It'll immediately stop showing you the bad thing. That's like one of those oil things. Have you seen the one that's like a receipt from a place where it's like notes? Chick says that she saw on Instagram to put antifreeze in the oil so that it doesn't freeze. Like as a note on her bill at the shop.
Yeah. Yep. Lots of sexism.
Sugar in the gas tank makes the exhaust smell sweeter. It's good for the environment.
Good for the environment. That would definitely get a mass or a rash of them.
Do you think women or like feminists get angry at these jewelry commercials where they tell the man to buy the diamond and propose?
I'm not a feminist denier, but I'm pretty sure they get mad at every single thing.
That is the best sentence ever describing most of those people.
Like maybe it might just fly over their head at first, but if you point it out to them, then they can get mad. They'll be like, "Thanks. I was almost happy for a second."
Almost being happy is so sexist. You can't be truly happy while there's still a sad person.
Yeah, well, you're only happy because of the male patriarchy. Or something. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. Vaginas run the world. Everybody knows it. They know it. They control us with them. Their vagina mojo. They're like, you want some of this? You're going to have to do this, 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 and this. And we're like, okay.
So, I went to this restaurant for lunch today. I've been going there a few times a week so far since I've been out here. And it's not quite like a Hooters, but it's definitely kind of like that. I mean, it's all cute girls that, it's not super skimpy outfits, but it's not like a freaking burqa. And anyways, we got to know this one girl because we always ended up sitting in her section. And, she's nice, she's talking to us or whatever. And this other table comes down, and she, like, completely does the whole, like, oh, hey, honey, how you doing? And the guy's all just, like, drooling over himself, probably tipped her a huge tip. And she walks back over by us, she's like, I fucking hate that guy. He's such an asshole. I'm like, well, how come you sounded so nice? She's like, well, because then he gives me more money. Like, she knows what she's doing.
Damn it, laptop keeps restarting. So I've only seen that one article that you linked before. Is there any kind of deadline or anything else like telling us when we should expect this Obama bullshit? Next Obama bullshit.
Yeah, I saw something earlier today. Let's see if I can find it. It was super vague though. It pretty much just said like Obama's getting ready to, putting the finishing touches on executive actions, and then that's when it said the high volume sellers and blah blah blah. So I pretty much Bloomberg hand wrote it for him, gave it to him, and then he's just gonna sign it and be good to go. He may change them or whatever, but it sounds like those suggestions he's just gonna run with.
Supposedly within the next few days, I guess, is what they're alluding to.
Okay, what did I walk in on?
Butt power.
The power
Wow.
of the butt.
Wow, okay. No, I heard something about Obama. And I have to ask, well, what? Maybe someone in the chat can help me out.
Obama's going to force his butt on you in the next couple days.
It might have a couple holes. Giggity.
Got one. Anyway, we were just talking about how Obama's trying to use the executive power of the pen to impose some sort of restrictions on sales between individuals of firearms.
I don't think he can do anything because it has to be he can make an executive action, but if it's a law, it has to be done by the Senate. He can only make a referendum or something?
It has to be approved by Congress.
We're probably going to all be in the same boat. We need somebody like an attorney or somebody to get on here and set us straight, right? So he knows.
Yeah. We need to get Sean from Florida Carry and some of his attorneys on here.
Well, Eric is the name of that one, yeah.
All right, I found the article from earlier today. I'll grab a link here in a minute. But basically, it says, actually, it's real short, but senior advisor, blah blah blah, whatever, asked his team to send him a complete plan in short order, according to the Associated Press. She spoke with blah blah blah, whatever. So, White House press secretary on Thursday refused to elaborate on the timeline to issue the proposal. At this point, I still don't have an update on the progress the administration is making on scrubbing the rules, Ernest told reporters on his daily press brief. What the hell does that mean? The administration is scrubbing the rules? As in, what, ignoring them all completely and making up their own shit?
I think it just
They do
means
that all the time.
thoroughly examining them.
Still, his comments indicate that Obama will soon roll out a proposal that would set up a major battle with Republicans in Congress and gun rights groups. Blah, 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 blah. Stupid doo-doo-doo. All right, I'll grab this link here for everyone.
I heard about that last week, too.
So it's a proposal. Just a proposal?
Well, I think he's going to. No, I think it's going to be executive orders, and then also try and, propose a law to go along with it or something.
And here I only thought you could propose once unless you get divorced.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Only sexist males propose, though. We figured that out earlier while you were gone.
What about the glutens?
They're still running wild, causing terror and havoc throughout the world.
I just ate a shit ton of glutens. I feel happy.
Where do you crash?
I'm drinking high fructose corn syrup, and I'm eating glutens.
Gluten
So you
crash.
made some of that mac and cheese you had in your cupboard?
No, I finished up the bagel bites.
Awesome.
I don't know if you're on. I had them as a late night snack last night, but I bought this giant box that has like 40 of them in there. So I figured, okay, cool, they'll have like multiple little trays. No, just 2 trays with 20 each. Like, I
Well,
can't eat 20 of them at a time.
you're supposed to serve them to a bunch of little kids. A crowd
Yeah,
of dirty
I don't
kids.
have any little kids, and I don't think that the police would take kindly to me wandering around the hotel offering bites to little kids. Go buy them.
Bites, room 13.
Yeah, don't do that. Also, if you do meet Foos, Smeggy, do not go and go to his hotel room, okay?
I believe it would be a motel room.
A motel room, okay? If you
Hourly
do,
rated.
make sure it's on the Gun Channel's lobby so that we can see what happens. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble.
I told him this weekend, if he wants, and I'm around, I'll set up a hangout that he can join live from the range with Foos. They can both join.
That'd be cool.
And give us a play-by-play of their interactions. Unless
How
they
long
just want to
before like
concentrate.
GoPros go straight into the phone and then straight out the streaming?
Wasn't that what Google Glass was supposed to do? Whatever happened to that?
It didn't really take off because they wanted like what is it, $1,000 for the glasses?
Yeah, well, there's
No joke.
That much.
definitely a company can get out there and make an affordable option that does like basically the same thing.
Yeah, I know they released them where you had to be like on a special list or something to be
Yeah,
able
like
to
a
buy
beta
them.
tester.
Yeah, and they wanted you to pay $1,000 if you were accepted as a beta tester
Oh, well, I could
for the
see
hardware.
that kind of, but then once it released to the general public, I don't think they'd be $1,000.
Well, that's
But-
just it. I don't think they have released it to the general public.
Because I mean, that's like if you're a tech writer or something, to be able to have a prototype of that, you'd be scooping all of your competition, and so it's worth it to pay more to get it early.
That's what she said.
So yeah, guns.
Yep. Firearms.
Boomsticks.
All right. Well, you want to help me with the project then? Or just sitting here being bored?
What you doing?
What's up?
Try to list all the firearms phrases that we use in language. Like you guys just said, like "son of a gun," etc.
Oh. Like the half-cocked one. Don't be going off half-cocked.
Keep your powder dry.
That's an older one, but yeah, that's applicable.
Or are you talking more ones that actually get used in everyday life?
Yeah, probably.
You shot yourself in the foot on that one. That was actually one of them.
Yeah, we know.
Keep firing away. We're not out of ammo yet.
People use it in a lot of different ways, but they're always using the word arsenal. Like, if they're in a debate or something about glutens versus non-glutens, they're like, I've got some pretty good arguments in my arsenal.
Does that include ones from like movies and whatnot too? Because there's lock, stock, and barrel. There's lock and load.
I'm confused at the scope of this work. I don't know what to include.
How about get the lead out?
Get the lead out of your ass.
I thought, what would get the lead out mean?
I don't know.
Like, I thought that's more just because you're going slow because you have a bunch of lead in you. I don't know.
In your butt.
Like, I don't think it has to do with bullets, lead.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I bet you it doesn't.
With guns blazing.
That's a good one.
Is shooting for the stars have a gun? Is that anything about guns?
I don't know. That's a shot in the dark.
Oh, man.
I think is.
What else? I just hope we're not shooting blind.
Or shooting blanks.
We can't shoot blanks.
I'm too young for that, man.
How about no one held a gun to your head?
That counts.
Can't hit the broadside of a barn.
That's probably from guns.
Faster than a speeding bullet. Pull the trigger, drop the hammer. In my sights, lock and load. Get the lead out. Hot as a pistol. Going off half cocked.
I have to use this one. Mexican standoff.
On target, shoot the breeze. Rapid fire, hit the mark. Bulletproof, loaded, loose cannon. Fire in the hole, which I think that has to do with dynamite. Keep your powder dry. Cold enough to freeze the balls of a brass monkey.
Point blank. Hair trigger.
Hair trigger, there you go.
Russian roulette.
Someone said with guns blazing.
Yeah.
Shot in the foot. Shoot mouth off. Shoot first, ask questions later. Shot down. Shoot
We
out.
can't forget Saturday Night Special.
Easier than shooting fish in a barrel.
According to the internets, get the lead out has nothing to do with anything. It's been used since the 18th century, and just means go faster. Like is if you were carrying a bunch of lead. So just that lead.
Sorry. It's just I assumed because you had lead in it and bullets used to be made of lead. Still are.
That's what I figured too. But then there are also people that advocate it is about pencils and it has something to do with pencil lead. So I guess that one. I guess lead isn't the sole domain of guns.
Shoot from the hip.
Short fuse.
Shelling out.
Yep.
Though I assume short fuse could only mean in particular to cannons. Would that count?
Well, no, because there was fuse locks, wasn't there? Rope locks.
There were. You're right.
Yeah, but it's probably more for, like you said, cannons or bombs or something.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you have a short fuse, it means you blow up real quick.
Taking aim. Worth a
Or
shot.
it could also be from when they switched the grenades, remember? They switched grenades from like 5 to 3 seconds at some point because they didn't like having them so long.
And there's the full 9 yards.
That's guns, that's Navy.
It refers to a full belt of 50 BMG.
Bringing out big guns. Shooting for gold. Overshot. Aim higher.
Smoking gun.
This person put just shoot me now. Straight shooter. Trigger happy. Gunning for something. He's a straight shooter. Bullseye. Flash in the pan.
Oh shit, I found a pretty big list.
Is it on?
Hey, Bob. How's she going, eh?
Is it on the high road?
No, it's on hit record.
Oh no, Bob's here. He's gonna tell us what it's all about.
Put a notch in your barrel.
Alright.
We already said pump full of lead.
No.
Trigger happy.
Yeah.
Sweating bullets.
Nope.
No, we haven't done that one yet.
I don't know about big iron, but peace. I don't know.
Gun shy?
No, that's one. You already said under the gun and beat the gun and give it the gun. I don't remember that one. I kind of think I've heard that before.
Gun it.
Gun it.
Yeah. When you want to
One
gas
full
a car, you
or
gun it.
break.
I don't know why tack driver and rail driver's on this list. That's like tack driver, like carpentry or something.
No.
Well, no, don't you call something a tack driver because you could like drive tacks with it? Like that's how accurate it is.
Well, yeah, you could.
Well,
You can
yeah,
use
and
that saying for
driver is
guns,
very
but it didn't
deep.
come from guns.
I also think they use that saying, that same concept with 9mm because it can barely poke a tack into the wall if you shoot it down.
Okay, I have to say this one. Shotgun wedding.
Yep.
Well, those
I got
actually
2
happen.
tickets to the gun show, and then you show your muscles.
Did that happen to you, Bob?
Shooting fish in a barrel. Did you say that one already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting daggers. The whole shooting match. Shot in the arm. I don't know if I said that one.
Smoking gun.
Give it your best shot. Shot heard around the world. I don't know if that. I guess that kind of is. Shoot first, ask questions later. I guess that's kind of
Yep.
a fun one. Shoot the messenger. I don't think we said that
Shoot
one.
them up.
Shoot your mouth off?
Shoot 'em up.
Yep.
Shot for shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm not doing it at this moment, but I'm thinking that might be a thing to put on, like, Every Second Matters as a page over there. Just to, whenever people are bored or something, go through the list and see if they can add to it, and then we'll just make this massive list of them. And then, I don't know, I just think it is interesting to see how much of our society or whatever culture is gun.
Colloquialisms.
Did anyone say loose cannon yet?
Say what?
Loose cannon?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
There we
no,
go.
I don't think so.
Loose
Did say
lips think
something.
chips.
Said something about a cannon earlier, but I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it
were
was
talking
loose
about
cannon.
fuses.
Nah,
The loose
before
cannon
that.
is one. So
Oh yeah, I did say loose cannon. I said on target, shoot the breeze, rapid fire, hit the mark, bulletproof, loaded, loose cannon.
all right, there we go.
Misfired.
Oh, loaded language. That's one right there. Like, it's loaded. Something's loaded.
Yeah.
Smoking gun,
We
referring
said
to when you
Like we did smoke guns.
something
Did we do bite the bullet already?
shoot the moon.
I don't think we did bite the bullet.
Then fizzle. That's a good one. That's an old one.
Flash in the pan. Did you write that down?
Did we get trigger happy down?
Oh, I'm not writing them down. I'm just going through them and trying to see how fast it's going to be to grab them. Sorry.
There's under the gun. There's trigger happy.
I'm waiting for my one laptop to boot back up. It's not doing it. Did we say hot shot already?
I don't think so.
Loaded
The hell is it?
grenade. That's a good one.
What the hell is
Shot in the
Maggie's
dark.
drawers?
Which one?
Shot in
Maggie.
the dark.
Yeah, we did that one already.
Maggie's drawers.
No, that's Bob's realm. It's old as shit sounding. So here's a good one. Offhand remark. We haven't said that one yet, I don't think.
Oh,
Here comes from offhand shooting.
Yeah.
Hot shot? I think we said that.
caught in the crossfire.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, but
In the
silver-
crosshairs.
How
In
about-
the crosshairs?
How about riding shotgun?
Oh shit! I don't think we have that one yet.
Yeah.
Snapshot refers to a hurried shot without taking aim. So snapshot shit. Instagram is fucking gun related.
I always thought snapshot referred to cameras.
Well, yeah, but it's a term for cameras from the concept of taking a quick shot at a moving animal.
Oh,
Since-
Here's one we haven't thought of yet. Knife to a gunfight.
So what? You know how everyone yells shotgun and then runs up to the front of the car or whatever. One of the things
That's
to do.
riding shotgun.
Yeah, no, I know. So next time your friend does that, run up in front of them and jump in the seat and yell Rosa Parks.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh, it's good to see somebody's taking my place.
Did,
if you get called racist by Bob, then that means you're super racist.
no.
What is racist about that? There's absolutely nothing racist. It's relying on a historical event.
Yeah, to
And
say that
that's all. I
should
refuse
get
to sit in
go
the back.
in front because of my color.
No. It's only racist if Bob and Stone Guy agree.
That's true. And Stone Guy hasn't been around. Where has he been anyway? Did they finally find the girls in his basement?
Probably.
Oh my
Shoot your
god.
wad.
That's a loaded question right there.
I like shoot your wad.
All right, fire away.
Oh shoot!
Alright, I ran out. The list ended.
See, I was trying to think them up off the top of my head. You guys were just reading a list.
Yes, we were. I'm still reading
Screw
this.
that! I was thinking off the top of my head.
Well, I did actually. I looked to see because I wasn't sure if there were lists. I know I've seen lists of like 10 or something before, but I found a couple of lists of really long ones. And then typing in colloquialism, found a whole bunch more. So I think it'll be fine, very easy to find them when we get.
Let me ask you all a question, okay?
Chiappa Firearms, okay, they have their Rhino in a hard chrome model. Why doesn't Yankee have that yet?
He does.
He does?
He
Yes.
does. He just hasn't taken it out of the safe and thrown it on YouTube yet.
Well, now he's
Yeah, 'cause
gonna
he
sell
doesn't have to-
it. He's selling it
He doesn't
now.
have to polish that.
He's selling it because it has a blemish, and he's gonna buy a new one.
That's a blemish.
Yes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Why
See,
would
that's the
you
thing.
tell
I'm
it has a
he couldn't
blemish?
polish it out. That's why I like stainless steel is so you can sit there and rub it for hours and hours.
Well, I remember last year he was like, "I'll never buy a white Rhino because they're not stainless; they're nickel." And then he ends up buying a nickel one because he just couldn't help himself.
No, shiny.
So it's not. So
He's like an
they haven't really made a stainless model yet.
No.
Dang.
Although the ones in the Total Recall remake, they were straight up chrome, like shiny chrome. They weren't that nickel.
AG Webs, did we get shell shocked yet?
You're still on this?
I don't remember.
I didn't think we were still on this anymore.
All right.
I gave up.
Okay.
Well, I think
No.
it's just, he's just
One day
a few
we'll do
clicks
that.
behind the rest.
We'll put them all down so we got them all in like a list or something.
All right. Cool.
Well, shell shock is when you're totally surprised by a mortar shell that blows off right next to you.
Well, it was a term in World War I for people who had actually gone a little bit loopy from being under constant bombardment days and days and days.
Well, we know the after
Yeah,
effect
with
of
the
it,
sun
but
and the marine.
we're figuring out where they came from.
So Bob, are you going to regale us of your stories in the World War I Canadian Army?
He's saying in World War One though, that's where it comes from, like when they would get bombed.
My grandfather fought in World War I, though.
back or whatever.
Have you guys heard the George Carlin thing about shell shocked? He goes through like what it's called, because then it became battle fatigue, and then post-traumatic stress disorder, and there's a couple other ones.
Yeah.
But he's like, basically, it's
Yeah,
the same
eventually they
condition.
became
It used to be called shell shock.
Traumatic. Yeah, and they did actually originally start out in World War I shooting the guys for having it, right?
I don't know about that.
And say, oh, he doesn't really have shell shock. He's just
Grossman's book is
he's
all
a
about.
coward.
That's what Grossman's book is all about. Is our knowledge of like how we had to learn about it, and then once we learned that it exists, but not just that, but the whole like the phenomenon of sending people out to kill for their country, and the ways that humans are going to encounter that. Like Bob said, at first we just reacted like back in the day. They would just kill whoever because lives weren't that important. But as we placed more value on the lives of the troops and the soldiers, we paid more attention to that stuff. And then as it developed, how we trained them to go into battle changed. And that's why I'm not trying to justify giant government shit or anything, but somebody would have done the work if the government didn't do it, and the work needed to be done for those guys that needed it. And I think that's why it changes, is because as we went from example World War I, think about how pistols, you would hold the pistol out and you put your hand in your pocket. I mean, we just trained differently back then. They would train with just by shooting the gun, not at shooting at a target. So the reflex of shooting at a human wasn't there yet, and like Bob said, there was negative consequences. So then in World War II, we shot at bullseyes, and they figured out that wasn't perfect. So like when I was in after Nam, they would have us shoot at green silhouettes, and now they use games so that it's closer and closer to real life, so that it's not such a different experience if you ever have to do it out of nowhere. So anyway, they've put thought and theory into this, and that means they're getting different kind of results back. So the phenomenon's going to change. When you take a kid off the street of New York and throw him into the fucking trenches and then pull him back and tell him to sell papers again, that's a different experience than somebody who's grown up with the internet and went to volunteer to go do something, thought they were doing something, and came home and feel like they're not as important. There's a whole different phenomenon going on in everybody's mind. So that, anyway, I'm just trying to, it's not just as easy as throwing it to like, oh, it's just the same thing for all the time.
And here's something interesting. Even though World War One, a lot of people died, the Spanish flu killed more than World War One, and it happened during the same time.
Well, why don't we make a law against germs and viruses?
I don't care about that. We
It
can have
happened.
some sort of
It happened after the war, and one of the reasons it happened was
we need a waiting period for any of the Spanish flus. Like our own flu, we're okay with, but the Spanish flu is what we should have some sort of like, that shouldn't be able to come into the border.
one of the reasons the Spanish flu was so devastating was because of all the returning servicemen. People had
they
never,
came home.
that many people had never traveled over that large an area of the earth until then. I mean, moved millions and millions of people and then brought them back home after they've been exposed to other germs and stuff. That's why the Spanish flu was so devastating.
Yeah, but the numbers are, while a lot of people died from World War One fighting, the fact is the Spanish flu killed more.
That's
Well,
racist.
Epidemic
No.
killed
You're trying to call everybody in the
amounts of
war a
people
bunch of
before. You
No,
can't
I'm
really
just going
compare
by-
the two. I mean, it's. Oh, you know,
Well,
and I,
well, you're not comparing the two as they're trying to do the same thing. I'm just saying that the casualties from the virus were more than the casualties from the war.
Oh yeah, but I mean the virus was something that was you couldn't do anything about because of the germ spreading and people didn't understand it. Whereas in combat they were going, yeah, there's machine guns all over, but just march into them. You'll overwhelm them with bodies.
So you could even say that the World War One was responsible for the flu in the first place because of the poor living conditions in the trenches.
Bob just did say that.
Well, more so that the fact that we moved so many people around the world, which we'd never ever done before at any time in history.
Do you think we have better immune systems nowadays because we are exposed to, more travelers and stuff?
Yeah, no. I mean, there's a problem with people keeping their houses so sterile that their children, and children are meant to eat dirt. I mean, that's what they do. So yeah, if you keep your house really sterile and you raise your child in that kind of environment, yeah, they're gonna have all kinds of problems with viruses and getting sick. However, I think that the fact that we have so many people traveling helps our general immune system if you're not overprotective.
Yeah, Bob. I mean, you ate dirt when you were a kid, and look, you turned out fine.
Yeah, well, so did my kids. I mean, they were allowed to play out in the grass and pick up bugs and shit, and you didn't always catch them before they ate them or ate a handful of dirt. I mean, that's kids. That's the way they're supposed to grow up. That's how they build their immune systems.
Beyond that, you can already see that the healthcare system is treating a bunch of that stuff. So we know we're not. I mean, I think I'm saying there's already proof to some extent that you're on the right track there with your question, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're also breeding super bacteria and stuff, though. Stuff that's resistant to antibacteria.
Yeah,
Because
but then our immune
so
systems.
clean and all that.
But then we'll just build even super immune systems to fight off the super bacteria.
It's all about
Well,
health.
yeah, there are bugs now that are anti. Crap. Right there.
Well, that and the problem is that a lot of people, when they get like antibacterial stuff or like antibiotics, they take like half of it, then they feel better, so they stop. And basically, what
That's
that's
it,
doing is it's like
exactly.
forcing evolution or whatever, because the couple of germs that are left are like only the strongest ones. Then they
That's
spread things
exactly
around.
the point I was going to make. Thanks, Meg. You read my
Oh, yeah.
mind.
You're welcome.
It's the antibiotics, right? It's people are partially it's part that people aren't taking the antibiotics when they and completing the course, It's also partially that they're getting antibiotics for things they don't need antibiotics for. Yeah, it's one of them double-edged swords. We've got the technology, but it's kind of biting us on the ass in some ways.
Well, the other thing with that, a lot of times people will go in with like a virus of some sort, like, oh, we got the flu, and the doctor gives them a prescription for antibiotics. It's like, that's not really going to help, but it makes the people feel better, so they just go ahead and give it to them anyways.
Jaeger posted, my wife was so sick this morning that I had to carry her to the kitchen to make breakfast.
That's not nice.
I think that's awesome.
I just got her a wheelchair, and then I could roll her. I didn't want to have to carry her.
Jaeger's just never nice.
So you're talking about reacting to the difference in diet or whatever, but it takes time to evolve those changes, right? So we do some things pretty quick and other things not so quick. But we've changed our diet pretty drastically since the 50s with the, or maybe the 40s, 50s with the real advent in freezers, and just right before that with refrigeration in general. So we've gone from farms where, like when we are little kids growing up and looking in books and stuff, learning what farm animals are. That's how farms used to be, where there's like a cow and a duck, and they're all hanging out, and that duck is eating bugs and grass and this and that, and the chickens are eating bugs and grass and this and that, and everybody's, they kind of figured that shit out since the beginning of time, and it was really just taking the critters and putting them in one spot, so it was all, stuff that was all meant to work together. And then you get refrigeration and freezing, and that gives you the ability to create uniformity in output. So, frozen dinner is the same every time. So McDonald's is the same wherever you go. And that grew and had requirements. So now you have to put cows and chickens into places where cows eat sawdust and cow poop to get fat enough in a few months to be chicken McNuggets. And the rest of the chicken goes in with some sawdust and chicken poop to be fed to cows so that they can be raised as fast as possible on the feedlots. And what you're getting is that critter that was designed to eat bugs and grass and whatever, like a cow is just designed to eat grass. And that four stomachs and all that, you're giving them a bunch of forced protein and then I guess the antibiotics that everybody's concerned about. And so in other words, your food looks like food, but it's got stuff in it that is not the same as what it used to be. So I suggest, or I'm listening to those theories where since the food has changed, it's not giving us what we need for the building blocks to create that change to fight the whatever resistance to whatever else. So there's more than just a couple of things working against us as far as being healthy, I think. And then the gluten.
Well, and our own biology, I mean, you look at it when human beings, or even pre-human beings, when they did their most evolving, was usually when they had the highest protein food sources. Either they were hunting and getting meat, or they were in an area that was really rich with like nuts and stuff like that, where you could get a really high protein count. So, I mean, human beings are designed to have a lot of protein, but, unfortunately, we're also designed to burn a lot of protein. And if you're not burning it, and yet we're still stuffing huge amounts of protein in ourselves.
Maybe you are, but I'm not. I don't believe in protein either.
I'm a protein denier. Church of the Gluten.
Proteins like meat.
So was it you, Smeggy, that
Like
said
meat?
your grandma or somebody in your family said don't tread on these nuts?
Instagram that
No, that was my boss.
Oh, okay. Because
What
there's a
he-
shirt.
And actually, what it was that I mentioned I'm allergic to nuts, and someone asked, "Well, what type of nuts?" And he just jumped in. He goes, "These nuts." It was so out of left field. I'm like, really? This dude is so proper and professional. He just yells that out.
How old is he?
Maybe it was somebody else, because they used the exact phrase, don't tread on D's nuts. And then I'm looking on Instagram and I see the shirt with a squirrel. It's a
Oh, yeah, I
squirrel
saw that
reaching for
post.
nuts. Yeah.
But, okay, then that wasn't me.
Yeah, it might have been somebody else that reminds me of Schmegs. Not really, but I'm just trying to talk at my ass. I really want one of these War Sport uppers, but they're $2,000. Also, these clear Glock mags, 30 rounders. They look pretty fancy.
Clear Glock mags?
Yeah.
What?
Clear Glock mags.
I'm looking that up.
But wouldn't that plastic break just as well as the other plastic they make that gun out of?
What?
No.
Well, everybody knows Glocks, once you get below minus 30, minus 40, they just shatter if you drop them.
I don't think so.
Elite Tactical Systems. Glock magazines.
I don't think they start breaking down either, because there's plenty of people with their 80s Glocks still running them.
80s
That's
Glocks,
just
like
so-
Gen 2s and
running
Gen
whatnot.
1s,
Gen
Gen 1s, Gen 2s, still going strong. You know, it takes like hundreds or thousands of years for certain plastics and polymers to start breaking down. I don't buy Yankees' hatred for polymer just yet. I'm waiting for him to profess his newborn love for the polymer gun again.
The 30 round
He-
30 round Glock
Yeah,
mag.
he's had the plastic guns. He
What?
just,
Oh, that's what I mean.
The problem is all he can do is paint them. He can't polish them, and that's his big thing is rubbing his gun.
He's indecisive like me. One day he hates something, the next day he likes it. One day he doesn't want to buy something, the next day he buys it. So,
I'm not sure what's on TV, but this dude just had an AK with a drum mag. And they're shooting at stuff in the middle of the desert.
in the news
is
or
there a
what?
show?
Yeah, something on Nat Geo.
Nice.
Oh, wow, man. You see him?
Yeah.
I'm firing that bitch.
Are they talking about how dangerous guns are?
I don't think so. I don't know what they're talking about.
They're talking about gangsters. Just some gangsters shooting AKs. On Net Geo.
Yeah, maybe it's like cartels. By the way, El Chapo said he's going to take down ISIS for us.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier today. You know it's bad when, other terrorist groups and, drug lords are declaring war on ISIS.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe it's the illegal AK trade.
Watch.
No,
watch.
apparently what happened was ISIS destroyed one of El Chapo's drug shipments, so he decided he was going to declare war.
Yeah. Of course, the drug war will not
We've seen
stop,
him
man.
we've seen him put bounties on people for less.
Hey,
He was really angry,
it's public, you know, it's public image for him, right? He wants to be the good guy for a while.
I don't know. You put a bounty on Trump. I mean, yeah.
Well,
So he's done it more than
some,
once.
some, yeah. Maybe we should just elect El Chapo as president.
I don't know about that. No, maybe he'll ban guns.
He has to be born in the United States.
True. True that.
Even if
Yeah.
Obama was able to get around that, right?
Oh, you know.
Oh, we have to
Come
make
on.
fun. You know, Trump's
There's
True. We have to
Trump
bring
is
in
running for
Obama.
president. We have to make the birth certificate joke.
True. You're right. Let's get it. I need to.
Oh, the UK wants to ban Trump from
Yeah, they
entering,
do.
and so does Israel for some weird reason. But I guess
Yeah,
Israel.
He talked shit about Israel the other day too.
Oh, did it?
That's gonna hurt him with Republicans.
I doubt it.
No, that's the one thing they do get pissed off about real easy. Which I don't fully understand. I might just be ignorant on this subject, but I know there are allies, but I don't understand why so many, like, hardcore Republicans are just in love with Israel. You can't say
maybe
shit bad about them,
because
otherwise they can
you
just...
know where their money comes from, right?
Who?
I thought we
All
give
for
them
the
money.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but they're citizens who are quite wealthy in the banking industry, and I don't want to come off as sounding like one of those people, but yeah, there's a lot of money flows out of Israel into the Republican Party. I mean, yeah, they send the Israelis lots of money in military aid, but that's all good because, you know, then they're supporting their military industry, which of course is owned by Saudi Arabia.
in which Saudi Arabia is under Sharia law.
Yeah, well, you know, you do know that the military industry in America is a lot of investment that's gone into it has come from Saudi Arabian investors, right?
Well, that's
So
something. Yeah.
it's scary actually when you look at it. The ties, the web that ties all these countries together and all this bullshit together.
Right.
And now I'm like one of those people.
Middle East is just nuts.
Yeah.
And people are coming out of the Middle East and like to these, I guess, freer countries, and they're like, we want Sharia law up in this, you know?
Yeah. I know. They actually tried
Advocating
that in
for Sharia
Ontario.
law, and it's like, what?
That doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, they tried that in Ontario, and then, you know, shortly afterwards, I think it was a mother, father, and brother drowned a second wife and two daughters because the one daughter wanted to, you know, live her own life and date a boy who was, you know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Father.
That was bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they went to jail.
Oh. Wouldn't doubt it.
Shit. Don't understand it. Another country, just, you know, follow their laws, and everything will be fine.
I like Dr. No's gun sayings.
Doctor knows. Or hold on, what is he saying? I know.
It's got eat hot lead, motherfucker, and then shoot him in the face.
Oh my gosh.
They may not be like
El Chapo for director of
traditional
Home
sayings, but
Security. Oh my god.
Well, I gotta go for supper, guys. We'll catch y'all later.
All right.
Have fun. Eat some gravy.
See you tomorrow, Bob.
Take it easy.
Bring some gravy to the gun show. So has there been any like pre-SHOT Show teasers or anything? Guess not. The only thing I saw, well, I don't know, I probably saw some more, but I can think of that stupid Ruger takedown AR. It's pretty pointless.
There's a Ruger takedown AR.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
dang.
has, the upper is like a monolithic rail attached to the upper. So you just remove the barrel and it still stays long. So I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I mean, really, ARs are takedown rifles in its own design.
Right, you just take the top off the bottom and stick it in a bag.
Right.
It would have been better if they marketed it as a modular AR platform, since you can get different barrels for it, like a 300 Blackout. But takedown just sounds stupid. I should just call it modular.
This laptop seems like it works.
The Macintosh. Mac.
Yeah, got this fancy Mac laptop for $150. I'm digging it so far. It's got a webcam in it. All those fancy icons at the bottom. You'll see it.
Like the icon lights up.
Guess
So I guess Robbie and I are friends on gun channels now.
Okay.
Oh, that's good news.
Okay. Like, I send friend requests to everybody, but nobody gives me friend requests back.
Oh, we get to see DB
Jonathan
shopping.
Harris, page 223. Jonathan 223.
1% of cheese.
Uh-oh. And his fancy sweet. What's their store number?
Right to the top shelf he goes.
What's the store number? Let's make a phone call here. Beef
I
nuts?
only drink this shit.
The Monster Isle?
That's
Yeah.
the devil's nectar.
That's when I'm doing my tac ops at night with my 5-shot 38 night vision.
Look at that bag of fried glutens.
Yeah. Ding dong. keeping the squeal in the field. This is what I'm talking about, though.
What is that, like 8 eggs?
6. But these are like super organic, like from a porch.
Are they brown?
Oh yeah, of course. They make these organic eggs look like McDonald's. The price though, it's crazy.
My mom buys fresh eggs, like from the farm.
That's what I'd want.
So
That's what I would do if I could. I can't
I'd
because
just let chickens run around inside the hotel room.
I can't do that because Obamacare.
True.
They said no pets, but they never said, no livestock.
Yeah, it's crazy talk.
Because livestock counts
I
pets.
take the Gun Show magazine and I stick it on top of Zuckerberg's face. That's my way of protesting. Beep. See? There you go.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, guys. So when is Bob coming over for dinner? I'm gonna make him a Canadian gluten.
Yeah, he just left the chat saying he's going to dinner, so I'm waiting to hear a knock on the door at G-Web's house.
I'm going to breakfast with him tomorrow.
Canadian gluten party.
Gluten gravy.
Oh yeah, is he going to order bacon for breakfast and expect Canadian bacon? And be like, what the hell is this shit?
What does
I
he
don't know if he eats bacon. Does he really eat bacon anymore?
Since
After
he
the
converted.
heart attack,
I think
converted
because
to a heart attack.
he's still on the Canadian healthcare, so he's probably still pooping in envelopes and sending them back to Canada.
I was thinking about Bob and how funny it would be if like Donald Trump actually won. How pissed people like Bob would be. It's the only good benefit.
I'm gonna check out this new video by Yankee real quick.
What did he say? He's gonna watch a porno with Yankee? He said?
Yep. He said he's going to watch your best friend.
Oh, Yankee? This
Yeah,
guy finally sent me my patches. He finally sent me my
and Hillary
patches.
are signing a petition together
Oh, dude.
about how guns and cars are the exact same thing.
Listen, I'd rather talk about Uber in California, in Malibu. I'd rather talk about Malibu, homes in Malibu.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one. The Google Map night.
Oh man.
So, I saw something.
Look, man, I'm a good guy, dude. I don't have a gun, but I'm a good guy. You know what I mean? I'm a good guy without a gun. You know, that's just me, man. I'm not trying to bother anybody. I'm like good guy without the cart, like the driving cart.
The scooter.
Yeah, is that what they call it? The Moby Mobile. What was that? Yeah, man. That's me. I remember never forget when he was like, "Yeah, my EDC is a single action army." In an Uncle Mike's off-body carry in the Moby. In the Moby Mobile. No one had a problem with it. I never had a problem with it.
He likes to try new things.
My EDC is a single action army with spray paint. I got one of those $199 LCPs for Christmas.
Whoa.
I like the LC9 better than the LCP.
Yeah, they're all the same to me. Bill Ruger's garbage. Legacy of garbage.
Which LC9, Smaggy? The LC9S, LC9S Pro, or the regular LC9?
The regular LC9.
Oh, that's the worst one.
Doesn't LC stand for legal contract on the slide? Legal contract, 9mm. Shit, homie. Yeah, my gun is.
Hey, DB. Hey, don't you have a laptop?
Don't I have a what?
A Macintosh laptop?
Yeah, I do. It's older though.
What operating system does it have on it?
I think I'm on like 10.8 maybe 10.9. I'm right below the Capitan.
What animal is it?
It's the snow leopard.
Oh, is Lion older or newer?
Lion is older, I believe.
Shit.
No. I don't even know. I actually don't know. I think I do have Lion. It's either or. And then the new one is El Capitan.
Is Lion still good?
They're all pretty good, dude. There's like virtually no difference between any of them. Like, dude, I've been rocking OS since like OS 7 or whatever it was. Like, very little difference no matter what. It's always, top, upper right, upper left corners, file, edit, the same old bullshit as every other Mac. Just looks prettier,
So what is the best mouse to get for a Mac?
I always used one of those trackballs when I was engineering every day. So like now...
But let's not be ridiculous. What's the best mouse?
The best mouse to use? I guess an Apple mouse, one of those magic mouses or whatever the fuck they call them.
How much?
I don't know, probably like $50.
Oh.
Any mouse works, dude. I don't even use a mouse. When you have a Mac laptop, don't you have a trackpad right there on the... I'm so used to that. I haven't had a mouse since that early 2000s. When I'm working, I was using those trackpads. The rollerball, the thumb ball with the two buttons and the wheel.
I know what you're talking about.
How can you go wrong with a Logitech wireless mouse?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter what really you use. It's going to work.
The wireless ones in the past have always run out of batteries too much on me, so I went back to just a wired laser mouse.
Maybe they have rechargeable ones now.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
Rechargeable off of a plugged-in thing, I would take it, but I didn't like changing batteries.
This one that I've had the same battery. I probably don't use my mouse as much as you do, but this one's had the same battery for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have that thing that you can charge a battery without it being plugged in? You just set it on top of it. Have you seen that for phones?
I tried to buy one for my phone, but my phone doesn't have the thing inside, so I couldn't do it.
Okay, so just imagine a wireless mouse where the mouse pad is the charger. So then your battery's always charged, just sitting there.
That exists, or you're saying that would be cool?
I'm saying imagine. I do not know that exists.
Hey, how are you, buddy? Yeah, same songs from this place, man. You guys need a new DJ.
Oh man, I wanted to hear that clever banter with the store clerk.
Yeah, he was chatting up the store clerk there.
So you get a lot of coupons today?
Can I get triple off?
You want to be YouTube famous?
Oh shit.
That line really killed with the ladies.
Oh shit, we were probably live. What are the chances of it?
G-Webs, did you re-upload your setting up your iMac laptop video, or?
I just filmed it right now while we were sitting here bullshitting. It's just so that I have the video. It's not worth watching.
My mom has she has a huge like Mac desktop, and it's just nice. The mic on it though is super sensitive, and it picks up everything. Let's see if I can find any more weird stuff on Gunbroker.
You mean highvolumegundealer.com?
Alrighty, I found a Colt in Colt M16A1. $27,000.
Oh, that was annoying.
Huh, I found an Egyptian AK.
Cheap?
Like $3,200.
It's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Guys kick me out the chat, man.
We were chatting up that lady teller, so we figured we'd give you some room to.
Yeah, I got her number, man. She's,
You alright there?
she was like, oh,
All the lag.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, DB. That's probably why you dropped out.
JJ's mom. Beep beep.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So apparently that show on TV was about like some dude who was out drinking and died, and they're trying to like figure out what happened. So it's some like investigation type show.
And they
I have no idea what.
Shoot
I have
some
no idea what
AKs.
AK.
They were
has to
taking
do
an
with
AK break.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. They were like interviewing this guy, and him and his buddy were just out shooting, and they must have said, "Well, this will make for good TV." Because I don't think the dude who died got even shot or anything. Because I don't know. I was only half paying attention, but it sounds like him and his buddy left the bar, and then his body was found like in the morning, and his buddy's going, "Oh, I don't remember. I blacked out." After he changed his story like 4 different times.
Sounds like he's guilty of killing his buddy.
It would appear to be, but I don't know all the facts.
Me neither, but who cares about facts?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need them stupid facts. Let's just make up whatever we feel like. It makes you feel better.
Yeah. Feel good convictions. Ding, ding, ding. Found it.
It's Thursday, man, right? It's Tack Daddy night.
Yeah, and Crash and Burn.
And Yankee, no? Isn't it liberal?
No,
night?
it was yesterday.
Tech's been up on channel here today, so he should be posting his
What
show.
is Yankee today?
Grabner?
Tech or
Oh,
Tack.
I
Tack.
thought you said Tex, man.
Tack, not Tex.
Tex Daddy. Don't sleep on Tex Daddy. Oh.
A high power?
Oh, you know what? I was playing around with a Browning high power the other day. What a fucking piece of shit. What a horrible, horrible gun.
This is dude who commented, "Is this airsoft?" And then you're like, "No." Oh my god.
What gun are you talking about?
The Browning high power, man. I mean, it's a good thing that the magazine disconnect is like. I heard that magazine disconnect is easily removable, but I don't think I'd buy one. Still,
The trigger was shit, too. Real shit.
yeah, that's just like some. I don't know, maybe some Nazi surplus stuff.
No, I was looking at a brand new one for like $1,300 or something.
Oh,
It was like
wow.
Screw that.
Yeah, the trigger was garbage. The grip is ridiculous. It's so thick, it's unbelievable, man. I mean,
Is it thicker than the 92s?
oh my god, yeah, dude. It's the thickest thing I've ever. It's thicker than a SIG 226, a Beretta 92. It's because it had wood grips.
Right.
So maybe with the wood grips, you can forget about. It's like a joke. It's really a joke. And then the trigger was absolute shit. The magazine disconnect is garbage. I don't know. I just wasn't. I was. And the safe. Oh, the hammer bite that you're gonna get from that thing is ridiculous, man.
I shot my dad's, but I don't particularly remember
The hammer bite
too
is
bad
extreme.
about it.
I don't think I
I have
really
fat hands.
shoot I don't think I'd really shoot a high power or maybe even a Luger.
They're like two totally different guns.
Yeah, they are, but like they're just eh.
It was kind of like the size of a Glock 19.
What?
I posted a picture in the chat. This high power, that's my dad's. Has the target sights. It's an old Belgian high power.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think I only shot like a mag out of it. I wasn't impressed, and I wasn't turned off by it, but it was just a
Once again,
metal gun.
Gunbroker does not disappoint. They do not disappoint. They really don't.
Why, you found another Glock with the trigger guard removed for safety?
No, I found
Remember that fucking guy?
I found a Colt Trooper with a scope.
Oh, that's sweet. That makes sense. I don't know about you. And so I put 80 rounds through my LCP. I don't know. Does anyone here own one? I had like this is my third.
I don't
This
like
is my third one.
triggers on semi-autos.
Dude, I shot mine at 21 feet, and I shot it as good as my 43. Dude, it's hilarious. But like, man, when it came to hollow points, I wasted so much money. I bought like Federal HST and Hornady XTP, and it wouldn't feed either of them. Like it was like
Why?
failure to feed, failure to feed. Well, otherwise you got to test it out to know if it works, right?
Right. Like,
So,
you get some
I mean, the guy I called
soft
Ruger today just to talk to him. He's like, excuse me, we don't recommend you shooting hollow points at the range. I was like, well, are you new there? You're a fucking genius, right? So he kept saying like, well, oh, so you had problems with them at the range? Well, we don't recommend you shoot them at the range. We recommend you carry those for self-defense. Swear to God. He's like, oh, okay. So how do I know if they work or not? Got to go to the range, right? And I'm like, I'm telling you they don't work. Because I'm just asking you, is there a certain brand? So the guy's like, he's like, hold on, let me ask a tech. He comes back, he's like, yeah, the guy says we recommend Winchester Silvertip. It's like, wow, now I need a fucking time machine to go back in time and buy that.
Good price on them in 1994.
I haven't seen them. I have to go to a gun show to get them. Like, because that's how old they are, and I don't see them anywhere. So anyway, I'm just going to stick to ball, I guess. I mean, they gave me a free shipping thing again. Yeah, I guess they said they'd polish the feed ramp for me.
Were you going to stick your balls?
Yeah, and I'll polish my own balls. And then that's it. Life is a gun, idiot. I'm so happy it's almost all over, the Second Amendment and stuff. Because I'm going to get into different hobbies now, besides shooting. So it's like finally, it's like intervention.
Flamethrowing is a hobby?
Here's my dilemma. I've been in the safe space trying to come up with a new hobby that doesn't offend anyone, and I'm having trouble because so many of them,
oh my God.
Pushing on other people.
Did you think about like knitting booties?
Knitting booties.
Or unemployed babies, maybe.
Knitting booties for orphan Syrian babies.
Ooh, that's racist.
What do you
Syrian
say?
baby.
Syrian babies.
Yeah, you can't say that. You know what I heard on the news was like I think it was jihad baby is offensive. Who would have thought?
Oh my God, yeah.
They were talking about the shooters out in California that they had a baby. The possibility that it was an arranged marriage, of course, because they were radicalized, whatever, and then hooked up overseas, and then she came here, and they were already planning this attack, right? So did you hear about the brother-in-law to this guy through marriage? Obviously, this guy Enrique. It's like Enrique Iglesias. He's the guy who sold the guy his ARs.
No,
And I think it's Martinez. It's like he's got a real Spanish-sounding name. The guy who actually private sale the ARs to this guy. Because in California, there's universal background checks, and there's no private sales. But I think that's only on pistols. Like you can still do private sales with the rifle, or even if you can't, this guy did. And he's singing like a fucking canary, and he's going to get brought up on charges. He said they planned an attack back in like 2013 on a school. Can you imagine? These fucking cocksuckers. So, and they didn't go through with it. This guy's been planning attacks for a long time, and it's a real fucking asshole. But they were talking about the baby, like, wow, how could a woman have a baby if they were really planning on doing these attacks even before the baby was born? And then someone was like, yeah, they're jihad babies. I was like, oh god, that's gonna offend somebody.
What the hell does that mean? What's a jihad baby?
I guess two people get together, they fuck, he doesn't pull out, then she has a jihad baby. Something like that. I don't know how it works.
Well, I know the baby part of it.
Oh, you knew how they call it. No.
Where's the
it's just basically, well, because the man and the wife were already committed to jihad when they had the baby.
And now the baby is going to be an anchor jihad baby.
Anchor baby, jihad baby. Well, there's like another thing where they're talking about the radical extremists are telling the men and the women, I guess, like, you're going to have as many babies as you can in Europe because we got to take over Europe, and we're here now, so just you have to have 10 babies, and we don't care anymore, and just keep having babies. We're going to pump them out. So they're like suspending their Sharia law, I guess, on like strict marital vows.
Hold on. How do you turn off a Macintosh book? My laptop book.
I have a button on the corner. I don't know if you have a button. There's usually a button on the top. You just hold it down.
Whenever you feel like it, you just push that button.
No. I thought if you had to force it, you just click on the Apple logo up in the top left corner, the little apple, and then scroll down and put it to sleep or shut it down and restart it. If you tap the power button, a message will come up like, do you want to go restart or shut it off? If you hold it down, sometimes you have to hold it down to force it to shut off if there's a problem.
No, I just meant for like regular. I thought there was some trick to like not have to click on stuff to make it shut off.
No. Otherwise, you're forcing it off.
Okay.
No, they want you to go through those motions, I guess.
Why does this BAR look so ugly, man? I mean, just look at that grip.
Somebody did something to it?
I don't know. I think it's made by Colt. Yeah. No way. What?
Okay, I'll bite. What are you talking about?
Three words. Nazi, commemorative, Luger. Why?
That's pretty cool.
How is it cool?
Because it's a piece of history?
It's a piece of history, yes, but associated with Nazis. Man.
Oh, I don't see what's wrong with it.
All right.
I mean, if you're into old, like, war history stuff, why not have, like, an old, British gun and a Nazi gun and a U.S. gun and, whatever, Soviet thing. And I
But
think
what
that'd be
about a
cool to have all.
KKK commemorative Bowie knife? Is that different?
I think that would be different because it was more made as, like, promoting the KKK, whereas a Nazi Luger is more just things Nazi used.
Yeah. So
My dad's got a pellet gun that looks like a Luger. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I found this on Gunbroker like a while ago.
Looks like Crash and Burn is getting ready to start up here in about 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, in like 15 minutes. They start a quarter after.
Well, I'm taking back my positive opinion of this damn laptop and fighting with it to get on the internet. Stupid Macintoshes.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It fucking does the same thing every time. Put in the correct password. Oh, that's not the right password. Here's the correct password. Oh, that's not the right password. Just being the math.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump out and then I'm gonna watch Scratch and Burn, but I'll probably be in the lobby later tonight.
Same here.
Yeah, possibly.
See you guys.
I might do that. But yeah, see ya.
Hey, Knight, if you're around, thanks for doing an early lobby, but you're probably eating dinner.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Well, I guess everybody is going over to Crash and Burn and to watch that tonight, so I'm going to call it. Thank you for listening to the early lobby. I'm Night Strike, signing out.